Cats and kittens in trouble at a Florida shelter. No food, no water, too hot to do anything. This is a follow-up story now. Absolutely not. The Polk County Sheriff's Office telling me about their facility. And they didn't just provide me with a statement, a few lines. They sat down and took time to write a lengthy response, more like a page. So a few major takeaways from that email. But first, a quick clip of Sheriff Grady Judd.
You see these little kittens? Without the men and women of the Sheriff's Office and best friends and foster parents, these beautiful little kittens would pass away.
The story being spread, they say, by one person and being amplified by other animal activists is completely false, other than the fact that we don't have AC in the shelter, calling the post ridiculous and again false. The only thing true, no AC in the shelter except for medical and recovery areas, they say. They do have, quote, numerous well-placed industrial fans that circulate the air. The animals, they say, are well cared for by over 50 animal control members who love animals and work hard every day to make a difference by volunteers and by trusty county jail inmates who love to be assigned to animal control. That was a quote. Accusations of 111 degrees in the shelter not physically possible in a covered, ventilated shelter, they say. They have storage areas full of food, mostly from retailers, constantly circulating the kennels. They're also constantly refilling bowls, calling it, quote, truly a labor of love for our members. They don't ignore animals. They work hard to care for, save, and adopt them. They, too, they remind us, work in the area with no AC with the animals. Going on to say, despite the allegations, they will continue to do their job caring for animals because irresponsible owners and so-called, quote, caretakers allow cats and dogs to roam unspayed and unneutered. The cats, they say, are all in good health, and if people spent more time adopting and advocating for spay and neuter and less time criticizing the people trying to help, cats and dogs would be better off. Going on to say they work with more than 150 animal rescue organizations as partners for Forever Homes. They also investigate claims of abuse, neglect, and cruelty. And then there are the calls for service. Calls for service regarding animal complaints, nuisance animals, at-large animals, feral cats, and other wildlife cats. They have free adoption events on Saturdays, 2 animal pet fests at the shelter every year, and work with animal welfare organizations, and they help by providing low-cost spaying and neutering and have foster programs, also providing cats to be adopted at 4 local stores. They've partnered with the SPCA, the Humane Society, and other groups. They're an open intake facility and don't cap dog and cat populations. They can't control, obviously, the health of the dogs or cats who come to them. That the men and women who work there are dedicated to finding forever homes for every adoptable dog or cat. Finally saying, if people really wanted to help and make a difference to the lives of shelter cats and dogs, they should adopt a pet from their local shelter, contribute to the Grady Judd spay and neuter program at the SPCA, and encourage irresponsible pet owners to get their animals spayed and neutered to prevent overpopulation of cats and dogs. The response from the Polk County Sheriff's Office regarding their cat facility in Winter Haven, Florida.